What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today, you guys, with another review for Baddies Midwest Season 6. It's the reunion, part 2, you guys. Now, before we go ahead and get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel, and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also by sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this episode of Baddies, shall we? All right, you guys, so part 2, I gotta be honest, part 2 was much better than part 1, but part 2 was a bunch of chaos and madness. Honestly, I initially thought about doing this as a live review, but I was like, nah, let's just keep it as pre-recorded. But I feel like for part 3, if you guys are interested in that, I feel like part 3 of the reunion, we will go live. But let me know what you guys think, and we will go for from there, right? But part 2 of the reunion, it picks up where it left off, right? And that was with Roelly versus Diamond the Body, right? Honestly, I know people probably feel, and I know Roelly feels like Roelly was beating the shit out of Diamond. I beg to differ. I don't think she beat Diamond up, right? Because they were both just hitting each other upside the head. And I was like, well, y'all both getting hits in. The thing about Roelly is, which I've noticed with Roelly, she tries to use her weight because she kept trying to flip Diamond, but she could never flip Diamond. I was like, girl, please stop. Please stop. So I feel like Roelly and Diamond, they fought 2 rounds when it first started. Then they stopped, right? And so Saucy, Janisha, everybody's trying to figure out, like, Roelly, why are you and Diamond fighting? Roelly wants to say that the reason why she's fighting Diamond is because Diamond had something to say online. She called Roelly a big bully after the whole situation with Slim, right? But then Roelly is saying at the Baddies Africa auditions that Diamond did something to some girl, threw something for the girl, and had her fight another girl. She didn't make her fight another girl. The thing is, these people are desperate to be on this damn show. So she baited somebody to do something, and the person took the bait and did it. So that ain't on Diamond. That's on that person, right? So then they want to go another round. So they went another round. This time, Roelly grabbed one of Diamond's braids in her head and ripped her hair out. I was like, damn, Diamond, you should really stop fighting at this point. Because from what I've heard and what I've saw, well, I didn't see it, but from what I've heard, last season at the reunion with you and Tekki, y'all was out there fighting. She knocked your fucking tooth out and busted your lip. This year, you're missing some of your hair. But whatever, right? So then they want to know what the beef is between Natalie and Diamond. So Diamond is saying Natalie said something about her best friend. I couldn't keep up because I don't know what happened. I don't keep up with the baddies. If it ain't on this show, I don't know what it is and I don't really care, right? So they went back and forth about that. And I was like, okay, none of this makes sense. So then Natalie got up and she's like, you little girls like you, I kick you. I was like, Natalie, you doing the most. And then Natalie kept jumping at Diamond. I was like, are you gonna hit her? Are you gonna hit her? Because if you're gonna hit her, right? Natalie is a clown and a joke in my personal opinion, but that's just really what I got for Natalie. Anything else that I want to talk about with that? No, not really, because that's really all that happened, right? So then Janisha was like, let's bring out some more baddies. And I was like, what baddies we bringing out now? Summer, none other, Big Lex, not the little one, and Bad Dolly. I said, oh, fuck. When she said those 3, I said, fuck. And when she brought them 3 out, I was like, oh my God. Jesus, what is this? So Summer was the first one out, right? Summer ran up on Scotty. So did Big Lex and so did Bad Dolly. I was like, wait a minute. For y'all to have been complaining in the last few episodes of the season about people jumping, now y'all jumping Scotty, and Scotty fell back. She was trying to kick. I was like, Scotty, kick, punch, do whatever you gotta do. But I don't think you're finna win this one, right? So then we see Anna. Anna tried to come over there and hit somebody. I was like, whoa, what the hell is going on here? Then you see Jayla jumping. I was like, whoa, whoa. Like it was fight over here, fight over there, fight, 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 fight. Everybody was fighting. Like everybody was fighting. I was like, oh shit, this is a hot ass fucking mess. This is a hot mess, right? But like I said earlier, it's interesting to me, and especially interesting for me when it comes to Big Lex, because remember, Lex had an issue with Jayla because she felt like Jayla bullied Biggie and that girl Gretchen, right? But here you come and you have done the same thing. And then at the end of the episode, at the end of the season, you were talking about the fact that people jump. But here you are jumping, right? I get that you want to defend your friend, but your friend talks a lot of shit. And if your friend gonna talk shit, hands gonna get put on her, right? Because I know recently that what's her name, Summer, right? I know recently Summer had something to say about Tekki on social media. I was like, wow, little girl, you talking about Tekki, and you know Tekki can fight. You know you can't fight. So you finna go up against that big ass girl who pop, 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 like she swings. She swings, she knuckles up and swings. She don't knuckle up and start windmilling. I was like, okay, Summer. So, like I said, it's chaos, it's confusion, it's pandemonium on that stage. Everybody whooping everybody. Literally, everybody's whooping everybody's ass, right? We see Lex and Jayla fighting. I can't really make out who was winning in that fight. I honestly can't make out who was winning with Summer and Scotty either, right? Because not Lex, but Summer wants to make it seem like she dropped Scotty. What happened with Scotty is Scotty was moving backwards and she fell. But with you, Summer, you did try to go in for her, but Scotty did drop you to the ground. Like, let's be real about that. She did drop you. Now, do I think she whooped your ass? Honestly, I don't think either one of them whooped their ass, because, I mean, only thing is Scotty ain't got a wig on. Summer ain't got a wig on. Everybody ain't got no shirts on, because Jayla at one point, her titties out just flapping. She just shaking her titties. Tekki's titties out. Summer's titties were out. I was like, damn, it's a lot of titties out on this. Why come y'all just didn't come in a sports bra and some shorts and some Timbs, some tennis, some sneakers, some something, because all y'all's titties are out. Like, it's titties galore on the stage. But whatever, right? So then we see Bad Dolly and Tekki. Now, I knew nothing about what happened. Here's the thing. What I will say is, I knew word was going around that, you know, Tekki, people trying to say Tekki got beat up by Bad Dolly. People trying to say, you know, Bad Dolly hung in there with Tekki. People were saying a lot of different things, right? Bad Dolly, I will give you your kudos, because you did hang in there with the girl. I will give you that. You definitely hung in there with her as best as you could. But when Tekki, she was ready for you, she popped. Now, one of her hits hit you right here on the shoulder. But after that, everything went boom, boom, boom to your face, even to the point where you fell down on the ground. I was like, damn it, Dolly. Because she couldn't get her bearings. So the interesting thing after that was Tekki is pissed off, right? Tekki left the stage. Mind you, there's blood on the stage. Now, I don't know whose blood that was. I'm assuming it was Dolly's blood. It could have been Tekki's blood, but it was somebody's blood on that stage, right? So Tekki left. And Tekki is pissed. And I was like, girl, what you pissed off about? Like, what are you pissed off? Y'all biggest eater. Y'all treat y'all biggest eater like this. I was like, ma'am, what's wrong with you? Why are you flipping out like this? Then she said, the only duo y'all got on this show is me, Anna, and Biggie. I was like, X flag on the play. Man, you do know what a duo is, right? A duo consists of two people. A duo consists of two, not three. You are a trio. You three are a trio, not a duo. But okay, girl. So she is in her dressing room. Get these damn shoes off me. Get these damn shoes off me. I was like, again, ma'am, calm your ass the fuck down. Like you doing the most. Like you doing a whole hell of a lot. Calm that ass down, right? So Tekki in her car, she done left out smoking the blunt in the car. I was like, okay, something to chill you out. I'm fine with that. So then Anna and Biggie going back and forth, and honestly, I got where Biggie was coming from, even though Biggie was scary as fuck, right? I got where Biggie's coming from. Biggie is saying that when it comes to Anna starts shit with people, which I'll give her that. I'll give you that, Biggie. I will give you that Anna starts shit with people. Because she does. The whole shit with Summer and the real shit was between Summer. Was it between Summer and Scotty or was it between Summer and Anna? Y'all, I don't remember. But either way it go, Anna jumps her ass into shit, right? Biggie, you wrong as two left shoes too. Because, well, I guess the only time, and that's the only time you really jumped in this season is the whole shit with Nunu. Like, that was the only time this season that you actually jumped into something was when y'all fought Nunu. But other than that, you ain't, like, this situation, granted, when they came out there on that stage, they charged for Scotty, right? They charged for Scotty. But at the same token, you knew that those girls were going to come for Anna. They were coming for Anna in Hawaii. Lex said it in Hawaii. She wanted it with Anna. She said she wanted it with Scotty too, but she wanted it with both Scotty and Anna. Summer wants it with both Scotty and Anna. Now Dolly, I don't know why Dolly wants it with Summer. I don't know why. I guess the reason why Dolly is doing this is because she's friends with Summer, but it's still weak as fuck. Y'all look lame. Lame as hell. Lame as hell. Lame as fuck. But y'all tell me what y'all think about it, right? So we move on from that, and we literally move on from that. And so production was able, I don't know how they got that stage, because it was a lot of shit going on that stage. But eventually they got it together, right? So at one point I did see as Summer was fighting with Jayla. I don't know who won that fight, because I mean, well, I want to say Jayla, but the angles were not good angles that you could really see. But you could see that Jayla was punching her, right? You could definitely see that Jayla was punching her. You could definitely see that, right? So after that, you know, we bring, actually before that, let me talk about before that. So they were able to calm the stage down, but Lex is saying she wants it with Jayla and she wants it with Scotty. So Scotty was like, okay, I'll fight you. I was like, you sure you want to do that, Scotty? Is that what you want to do? Because I don't think it's what you want to do. And I know a lot of people are saying the reason why, you know, because Scotty did get out there with her, but I know a lot of people are saying that the reason why Scotty, you know, because the security guard was all around Scotty, right? And I was like, why is security standing around Scotty like that? Like, I did not get that. So we see as, and I know a lot of people are saying that was Lenny protecting Scotty. Y'all, I don't know the whole particulars when it comes to the Lemmy and the Scotty and the Annas and the Janishas. I don't know the particulars of their whole relationship, right? So y'all can tell me in the comment section. I'm curious to know, but y'all can definitely tell me, right? But moving on from that. So after that, they calmed the stage down and they brought out Jade and Alexis, right? I was like, girl, what do you have on? And then when she bent over to hug Janisha, all you saw was her ass. I was like, oh, okay. That ain't what I wanted to see. That ain't what I wanted to see by no means. So then they talked to Jaden for a hot second and we move on from Jaden. So we're going to bring out some more baddies. I was like, oh God. So we're going to just continue the Fight Club. And Janisha then was like, yep, we're going to continue the Fight Club. I was like, oh, okay. Bring on out the baddies. What baddies we bringing out? We bringing out Pretty P, Ivory, and Jazz Renee. I said, oh, son of a bitch. Oh, God. Y'all calm that stage down for all of probably 5 seconds. Child, when Jasmine came out there, Jasmine ain't had no wig on. I said, girl, you took your wig. That was smart. That was smart, Jasmine, to take your wig off so that way nobody snatches your wig off. Pretty P. You really should have took your wig off because your wig, like, this was the prettiest that I think I've saw Pretty P this entire season. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna hate for that wig to get snatched off. And baby, that wig got snatched off. That wig got snatched off. So then we see Ivory and Lex fighting. And I was like, wait a minute. Why are y'all fighting with each other? Because the last I remember from Hawaii, y'all weren't fighting with each other anymore. I don't know if y'all squashed y'all's beef. I ain't gonna say y'all squashed y'all's beef, but y'all weren't fighting with each other, right? So y'all know Ivory on her hands. Ivory ready to fight Lex. I said, girl, stop. But you know what though? I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. When I was watching the show, because of the way that Lex was acting at the reunion, jumping people, I will be honest and be like, I wanted Ivory to come out there and beat Big Lex up, right? Did that happen? I don't really think it happened, right? The thing with Big Lex and Ivory that I will say is Big Lex and Ivory, they are a good matchup with each other. The thing with Big Lex is Big Lex got reach when it comes to Ivory because Ivory is short and stout, and but she do be hitting Lex though, so it ain't like it just be a wash with her. Even kind of like with Jayla, it don't be a straight up wash with Jayla and Lex. My personal opinion. You guys may disagree, right? The thing that I had a problem with in this particular scene was the fact that when it came down to Ivory and Lex fighting, Summer's old raggedy motherfucking ass came over there and swung on Ivory. I'm like, so you trying to jump Ivory? And I was so glad when Ivory went over there and had that bitch in the corner and just uppercutting that hoe. Then I was happy when Pretty P came over there and was whooping her ass. I was like, exactly. For a girl who can't fucking fight, why are you jumping? Also, Summer, this Bad Girls Club tattoo in the middle of your chest. You might want to go see a doctor about that. You might want to go see a doctor because I'm not a doctor, but looking at that tattoo, it looked a little bit infected, and it's healed, and that's the worst part. That's the worst part about it all. It looks healed, but whatever. But again, like I said, go get that shit checked out expeditiously, right? So. Also, when Summer tried to jump in, Jaden jumped into the fight. I was like, nah, Jaden, girl, you ain't fought all season. You ain't even fight Biggie. Biggie slapped you with them fucking flowers, and you didn't fight Biggie. So why you jumping in the shit? But that was, like I said, you guys, it was chaos, chaos, chaos. Oh, also, I will give so Pretty P and Summer were fighting, right? Diamond. Now here's the thing about me. I don't believe in jumping people, but if people out there jumping other people, then you get what you get, right? So Pretty P and Summer were fighting, but Diamond jumped in and hit Summer in the head. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm fine with it. I don't have a problem with it. I would have a problem with it if those three came on that stage, tried to fight people one-on-one. Give them, like y'all always, like Lex always say, give me my ones. Well, give everybody their ones, Lex. And then, Lex, you look pathetic. Like, you want to fight Scotty. We all know Scotty does not fight and cannot fight. So what do you look like? Why would you want to fight somebody that can't fight? That's stupid. The interesting thing that I know, and I don't want nobody to think that I'm saying that Lex is scary. I'm just making a point, an observation. It's funny to me that Lex ain't fought Tekki. Lex didn't want to fight Tekki. Cause she is friends with Anna and Biggie. Cause here's the thing: if you know Anna ain't not gonna fight you, be like, okay, if I can't fight you, I want like the way the way you did Jayla, like the way you doing Jayla. You want to fight because you want to fight Jayla because of this and this and that. We'll say, okay, well, I want to fight your bitch. Let me fight your bitch since you ain't gonna fight. Like, again, hear me loud and hear me clear. I'm not saying that I think that Lex is scary. Lex is a hypocrite and Lex is contradictory. Those are the things that I'm saying about Lex. She's a hypocrite and she's a contradiction in itself. That's all I gotta say about Lex. But other than that, let me know what you guys thought about part 2 of the Baddies reunion. A hot damn mess. Let me ask this question. Y'all can tell me in the comment section. Does this always happen with the Baddies reunions? Like, do they ever have any dialogue? Do they ever have any dialogue? Oh, shout out to Bobby was being messy, asking something about her braids. Because her braids, this at the reunion, look better than them raggedy ass, dusty ass braids she wore all season. But yeah, because let me know that question that I asked a few minutes ago. Do they ever have any dialogue about what happened in the season? Ever? Ever? Because again, like I said, I ain't saw the only time they really had dialogue was with Diamond talking about Natalie and Roelly, and then Jaden, and then a brief little intermission with Lex was talking about fighting both Jayla and Scotty. Other than that, I ain't heard no words uttered at this fucking reunion with these girls. It's been fist to face, and titties just hanging out. But that's all I got, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode down in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and share the video, you guys. And until the next time, you guys, please stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.